force a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Nix. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Franklin. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Rush coming and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pickett. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. A run straight ahead with Genty. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Pickett back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
17 more yards.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
On first down, it's Genty. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
It's second and 8.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Nix. Now he's free to midfield.
And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
On play action, here's Nix.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Nix to the air. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off unreported.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So out come the Raiders. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Here's Pickett.
They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 1.
To throw, here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Back to the air with Nix. And this one complete again to Mims.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the
Throwing Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
36 yards.
And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Pickett.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Raider first down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Throw right side, looked in here by Besh.
Pickett's pass.
Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard
Now
line.
Pickett. They'll get this out to Genty.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So third and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First down, Las Vegas.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching? Under pressure, they got him again. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's third and goal now.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now it's Nix.
And the Raiders have got him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. If they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wear down the other defense. We'll see.
2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
That is incomplete.
Pardon me, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central Cast and Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Nix. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Pickett now from the gun here. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Raiders.
Now a handoff to Genty. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Pickett.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A 7-yard gain. And the Raiders first down.
On the give, Genty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Pickett.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. To throw is Nix.
Completes it to Evan Ingram.
Still going.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First down.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Credit good coverage there in the pass breakup to Pat Surtain.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 93 yards, and a score. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Once again, it's Genty.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Raiders at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Nix.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Nix to the air.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25.
One play action. Here's Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. That pass knocked away by Eric Stokes.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
For the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good. Broncos.
Here's McLaughlin.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tyree Wilson getting back there in a hurry and handing him a loss.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
They'll get that complete to Franklin.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw, here's Nix.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
Formation for the Broncos.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
But it brings up 4th down.
That one hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A carry from McLaughlin.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Throwing Nix. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's 2nd down.
Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts
A gain of 17
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. As the
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
16 more yards. That's another Las Vegas.
Right back to Genty on first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Guys, man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he will find his man Sutton, much complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
Here's Nix once more.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's another Broncos first.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler.
It's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Las Vegas, first down. A gain of 14.
Pickett sets up play action. They'll get this out to Genty. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Raider.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. On the give, Genty to the 36-yard line. Stop there. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Pickett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, good start for him in this one here in the 1st quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
To throw is Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McLaughlin. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
It's a pickup of 6.
2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 39 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
Very highly regarded going into the draft. It was a surprise that he lasted until the 5th round. I was there in Green Bay and witnessed the whole thing happening. But he has a great chance to prove his doubters wrong. I think he's going to a great situation. We know he's incredibly accurate. Completed over 74% of his passes in his final season in Colorado. And what I like the most, his attitude, handling what happened to him during the draft process. Now he has a chance to be the guy in Cleveland.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On play action, here's Shadur. That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
That's another loss.
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's 3rd down and
back to throw. Nix.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be.
And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
To throw is Sanders.
Left side complete to Lockett.
Sanders pass.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
They'll run with Genty.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Raider first down.
They give it off here to the tight end. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words.
Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
To throw, here's Nix.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They run the counter. It's McLaughlin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24.
Throwing, Sanders.
Now he's going to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Las Vegas 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass.
2
yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Sanders. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
A gain of 4.
Nix from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Raiders' 24-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Working to put a drive together. Sanders to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now it's Ginty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And a Raider first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. To the right side, here's Mayer. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
Las Vegas, first down. A gain of
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Sanders. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Sanders. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
That's another Raiders first down.
Now Sanders. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Second down and 10.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw now, here's Sanders.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
Man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's McLaughlin. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To throw is Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
That's a gain of 4.
Here's Nix.
A short throw to Ingram. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
It's 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
Play action. It's Sanders. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
From the gun, it's Shador. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Sanders.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carlson able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Nix to the air.
Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And this one is incomplete.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys. Let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Shador.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
To throw is Sanders.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Looking to throw. Sanders. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
They'll run on first down. It's McLaughlin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, here's Nix. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. McLaughlin. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's McLaughlin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty. And he stopped immediately there. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard
line. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. He'll be brought down by the Broncos
falls. It's a sack.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That's how multiple guys get to it.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this one complete again to Mims. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, here's Nix.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
It's now 3rd and
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
At the 25-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Throwing, Sanders. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing Nix.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
Nix's pass complete to Cortland Sutton. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix Open man, and again it's Sutton. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Good for Broncos. First down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Back to throw now on first down. A short throw to Ingram. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2.
Back to throw. Nix.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
10 yards on the play. And the Raider first down.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away.
Dances by at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
The Broncos offense and Jaleel McLaughlin headed onto the field. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On first down, McLaughlin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
So the Broncos now down by a field goal, a little under 1:50 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best player to get.
Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Now it's the Broncos' turn. Trailing in this one now. 44 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Into the hands of Ingram.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll try to pick it up himself.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Nix. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Nix.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty...